Today I plan to make some matching skirts for my girls. I got this amazing stretch like t-shirt kind of material at Joann's on sale months and months ago. I have not gotten around to doing anything with it because I knew it would be for summer clothes for them, and I really wanted to have like matching or coordinating skirts or dresses for them. And I decided to do skirts because I bought several pairs of bicycle shorts on Amazon, and those will go underneath the skirts. So the girls do not like wearing pants in the summer. This is a skirt that's really simple that fits Ren, and it's perfect fit for Ren. A little tiny bit tight on Willow and Hannah because they're basically one size bigger than her. So I'll use this one as a pattern for Ren, Hannah, and Willow's skirts. And then for Luca, this is the skirt that she gave me that fits her pretty well, that I'll use as a pattern for her skirt, just in, size in the waist, so I don't have to keep pulling the girls up here every few minutes. I just use clothes that I know fit them, and I make my own pattern. And this is for Ruby, though it's going to be longer than this skirt, but it's perfect size in the waist for her. So yeah, so I'm going to turn these skirts into patterns to make these skirts. Hopefully I can get all of the girls in like one of these patterns, and then the other one could be for something else, but I'm not sure if I can squeeze 5 things out of it. And for Novena, I don't think I'm going to do skirt for her because skirts are so awkward on babies. I think I'm going to do a little dress. So I'll show you when I figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to do is a rough cut because this fabric needs to be ironed, and I do not want to iron more than I have to because I cannot stand ironing. It's like the bane of my existence. So I go, okay, I need to come about here. That'll give me enough room for a waistband because this is itsy bitsy waistband. Though I have a serger, so I could do this. I plan to serge it, but I plan to do a rolled in hem. And what I'll do is I'll serge the top, and there won't be any elastic. I will take it, turn it down, sew it with a regular sewing machine, leave a little bit open, and then thread in my elastic. So I'll have just a really normal one. So I need a little bit of extra at the top for the folding over that's going to happen. And on the bottom, the way this is done is pipe, this kind of serge that's done. I don't think my machine does the same kind, so I probably will just fold it in and serge it like that. So I need very little extra at the bottom, just a good, inch at the top, maybe 1.5 inches. So I'm going to cut it right across here and then iron it. 3 of the lengths that I just showed you, I just cut out 3 of them so I can make the same length for all 3 of Willow, Ren, and Hannah, though they'll have a slightly different waist. And I think there's going to be enough extra on the sides of this, about this much, to construct whatever I'm going to do for Novena with this. And then I still got a big nice piece over here, which should be big enough for the 2 skirts for Luca and Ruby. So we'll see. Now off to the iron. It's ironed now, one of the pieces, and you can see it looks like this. I lay it out. I fold the old skirt in half. I lay it out on here, and this is actually the folded edge of it. So there's one solid piece of fabric that I'm going to have an extra piece over here, and this is double folded. So this will be both pieces that will be sewn together to make the skirt. So yay! And we'll have 3 of these guys, and then the other ones will come. Okay, I've got 3 of these skirts cut out, and now I'm going to start serging. I'm going to turn this inside out, put it together, and serge some pieces. So yeah, so this is my serger, which I'm just learning how to use, and I'm serging the top and the bottom of the skirt so that I can fold them over and make hems and put elastic and stuff. Then I'll serge together the 2 sides. And tops and bottoms are serged, and now I've just pinned the 2 pieces together inside out so that I can serge together the sides. And then I'll go over to the sewing machine, and I will fold this bottom hem over and sew it, and then I will fold this top big hem down and sew it, just leaving a little bit open to slip my elastic. So I have a little trick up my sleeve that I am sewing everything that I'm sewing with the sewing machine in a different colored thread for each girl. Since 3 of my girls are in the same size, it's hard to tell their clothes apart. So one girl will get yellow thread, one will probably be blue, and one purple. So that way I know which one, Wren, Willow, or Hannah, is whose skirt it is and whose drawers it goes into. Okay, so I have sewn up the top and bottom hems like this, and I left a little pocket open to thread the elastic through, and we'll see how it looks. I've threaded the elastic, and then I have safety pinned it together. And why I'm doing this instead of sewing it and sewing it in is I'm calling Wren in here just to make sure that it fits her how she actually likes it before I do the final sew. And I actually usually leave a good inch of elastic extra, so if it gets too tight in her stomach, I can seam rip it a little bit, pull it out, and loosen the elastic for her or for any of the other girls. Wren's skirt, number 1 skirt, is done. And I just had her try it on. I was able to close up the seam. Now I'm going to make the matching skirts, and I'll show you when all 3 are finished on the girls. I have 3 skirts, 1, 2, and 3, all done, each with their own color thread. There's yellow for Wren. She's also got the smallest waistband. And there's pink for Willow. And there is purple for Hannah. And you can see them at the top too. So when I'm folding, I know whose drawers each of the skirts goes into. And you can see how much tighter Wren's is than Willow and Wren's. Yeah. So she's a little. The leftover scrap of fabric after the 3 skirts were made for Hannah and Wren and Willow is not enough fabric to make a skirt for Ruby and a skirt for Luca, and certainly not enough to also make something for Novena. It can make 1 skirt for either Ruby or Luca, and then out of the scraps I could make something for Novena. But instead of that, instead of leaving out 1 kid, I am going to use this fabric and make 2 matching skirts for Ruby and Luca, and probably use this to make Novena's dress, though I might find a way to combine the 2. So I don't know. We'll see. Got Ruby and Luca's skirts done. You know, it's hard to give a good look on it right here, but when I show you the girls all in their skirts, you'll see how nice and flowy they are. And again, I did the same thing I did with the little girls, which is pink thread is Luca's, green thread is Ruby's, and now I get to figure out what pattern I'm going to use to make Novena. I found a dress for Novena that is t-shirt material. Pretty simple. The only thing I'm a little nervous about is doing the binding on the edges, because I'm not too experienced at this, especially with stretch fabric. So we will see how this turns out. First thing I'm going to do is cut out 2 rectangular pieces, because this is just gathered. So this is actually 2 rectangular pieces where they're gathered at the waist, and then cut out my 2 top pieces, so it'll be 4 pieces total. Just cut out 2 big rectangles, and instead of doing 2 pieces up here, I did cheat, and this is still folded over at the top. So it's 1 piece. We'll see if that gets me into trouble here shortly. My first step was serging all the edges of fabric that is not going to be encased in the casing. So these did not get serged, but everything else got serged. Next, I'm going to make my casing, cut it, and try to attach it. I'll cut it first. Casing, they're a little over 1 inch wide. I didn't measure it, honestly. I like to do things just easy. These are them folded in half. So I'll have the 2 short ones will be for the sides, the long one will be from the middle. The seam will be in the back of the dress. So next thing I'm going to do is attempt to sew these on. This is the part that I'm like worried about going wrong, but we'll see how it goes. What I was worried about happened. These side edges look fine, but this middle one, maybe this is why they do it as 2 pieces. I don't know. It looks ridiculous. So I think my fix for this is going to be doing a little trick. I think I'm going to do a little bit of pleating here. I'm gonna have to fix this because this is just horrible looking and obviously will not work. Oh, I think what happened, the problem is this is stretchy this way. So even though I'm not trying to stretch it, it's stretching. This was cut on the not stretchy way because it shouldn't be stretchy since it's it does not need to stretch, but I think that this did stretch while I was sewing this on, which is why it is standing out like this. Really, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fix this or if I'm going to have to rip the whole thing out. Okay, so I gathered the bottom piece by sewing really loose thread and pulling the bobbin thread in strategic places, and then I just pinned it to the straight top piece, and now I'm going to sew those together. So this is all sewn, the gathered part. Now I get to sew up the side, and that will be the end of it, and we'll see how it looks. Turn it inside out. We'll see what it looks like. Oh, so cute. So I thought about the end, folding it up and sewing it up like the original one is done, but the girls' skirts that I made with the same fabric, I did not do that because I really like the flouncy end that it gave. It's just like, it's really pretty and it flows nice. So yep, this is Novana's dress that matches Ruby and Luca's skirts. And now I have all the girls with outfits to wear together. So now we get to get them. Hilarious update. I went to go put all the girls in their cute little skirts and dresses. And Luca pointed out that her skirt, this one, can you see what's wrong with this skirt? This is the top. This is the bottom. It's upside down. Yes, I sewed the entire skirt upside down because I'm awesome. And because the bottom is quite a bit wider than the top, I can't reuse the skirt and make her skirt again. It's just not possible. So this is going to have to be something else. And I'm going to have to sew her skirt out of this leftover pink stuff because otherwise she has an upside down unicorn skirt. This one is much cooler because it has unicorns that face both ways. So there is no upside down. But yeah, I sewed all these skirts and then realized that one of the girls' skirts is upside down, and I feel like a complete fool. Many mistakes in my sewing endeavors, but in the end, hopefully everyone will have a cute skirt. I've got a full long pink skirt now, and this one. And Luca informed me that she will not be wearing a pink skirt. She only likes this one, so she gets this. Ruby gets this because Ruby said she didn't care. The three middle girls get all pink, and then Novena has the one that matches Luca's. So let's see them. These little ones. Smile. Smile, Hannah. Novena. Vanna. Hi. Smile for real. Hannah, is that how you smile? She closes her eyes. Smile, Hannah. You like your skirt, Hannah? Does it match? Do you match your sisters with unicorns? Judah, you're not a girl. And you don't have a skirt. Why are you in the video?
I'm a boy.
You are a boy. Okay, stand up. If you can, stand up. Woo!
Nobody can stand up. No.
Spin in your skirt, Willow. Let me see it. Okay, whoa.
So look at the camera. Everybody, let's go! And smile.